What am I gonna do? How am I gonna say this? All right, I'm back. Missed out on a video for last week. I went to the beach. It was really nice. So today, working on this thing. Getting it ready for the track. There's a track event coming up in a few weeks. Got a lot of work to do on some of these cars to get them ready. Not that it really needs anything, but I'm just going to keep developing the car. I'm going to keep doing some things to it that I want to do, and changing up some things. So first, the biggest thing is I've got a hood. So shout out to Johnny for hooking me up with this hood. Came off of his old car. It's got some cracks and stuff on it, so we got to do a little bit of body work, a little bit of repair. I'm gonna put some extra vents into it, and then we'll get it off to the guys at Rapture over here so they can put our livery back over it. I've got to rescale the graphics and stuff so it all fits on the new hood, but that's something that we have to do. Front splitter from Race Bread. They make the front splitter, so we've got one of those on order from them. They're going to send it over as soon as it's done, so we'll have to get this Mugen lip kind of refinished. So this thing is honestly, it's just spray painted. It's just semi-gloss black. I did it to match the trim of the car, but as you can see, last track event was not so kind. So we'll have to do some prep. We'll have to sand this down and get it painted, but we'll do that whenever we get the splitter on. I'm also going to have the front bumper re-wrapped. It's been on the car for a while, and it looks good, but when you get up close, I mean, it's starting to peel. I mean, this thing has seen 20-30,000 miles now, and countless trips above 100 miles an hour, and it's starting to just kind of peel off and stuff, so we'll have to get that fixed up. Other things that I've got inside, so let's go check those out. All right, so here's the hood. So we got it from Jonathan, Johnny's Honda, if you follow him on Instagram. He was gracious enough to send me this hood because he knew that I needed one to cut up, and this was sitting around in his garage. So it's got some damage here, I guess from, I don't know, I don't really know what happened, but looks like it has some cracks here, and it's got some cracks around on the other side. They're really not deep, like you really can't really feel any of it. I don't know how well it's coming up on camera, but definitely there's a crack here. You can feel it, and it's chipped, but it doesn't look like any of the carbon is cracked. It's just like the clear coat or the top of it. So I think I'm just gonna sand this whole section down, get some fiberglass filler, and just kind of skim it just so that it doesn't continue to crack. I've read a lot about fixing this sort of stuff, and I don't really think that it's cracked all the way through. I mean, obviously on the other side of it it's not cracked, but some say like you got to drill holes so that it stops running and stuff like that. I don't think I'm gonna do all that. I think I'm just gonna sand it down. I'm gonna hit it with some fiberglass filler, block that down, and then I might put some putty over it. You just run like a skim coat of glaze putty or something, and then block that out so that it's smooth. The hood's gonna get wrapped. I don't really care what it looks like under the hood, or I don't really care what the surface is. And then ultimately, I'm gonna have to paint it all a color with clear coat. Sorry, clear coat. So we can put the vinyl wrap back on it, so the vinyl will stick to it. You really don't want to wrap a primered hood or anything like that. So I'm going to have to paint it, even if I'm going to rattle can just a section of it just to get it to stick. Yeah, so I'm going to cut some vents. I've got some other plastic rectangle vents I'm going to put in this thing as well. And yeah, I got to pull all this blue vinyl wrap off. So that'll probably be the main project for today. I think that I'm going to install the hood on the car, I think that might be easier for me to work on because I don't have any sawhorses or anything up here. So, but yeah, you can kind of see like where it's cracked. Kind of see it. So it's got some cracks right here. But pulling this vinyl off is going to be a mega pain. This took probably 15 minutes, which wasn't that bad. But I'm going to pull out the heat gun and try to heat some of this stuff up, and then got to install our hood pins as well. So let's get to it. Okay, so now we've got all the vinyl off this thing. I've been working on trying to get these pins, these hood pins out, these quick latches, but man, these things are locked in place. And they've got so much Loctite on them, I just don't think it's, I'm gonna end up destroying this hood trying to get these things out, so I'm just gonna leave them in, whatever. So the next steps for this hood, obviously we have damage, you know, we've got these cracks, so it's kind of cracked all the way over here. Looks like the end over here is a little cracked. A little bit of damage right in here. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's not terrible. I don't really care, to be honest, what the hood looks like, because, like I said, we're gonna end up vinyl wrapping this whole thing anyway, and I just don't want it to crack through the vinyl. So we definitely need to do some body work and kind of smooth this out, but that'll be later. So now what I'm going to do is I've got these plastic vents that I'm going to stick on the sides just to give it a little more, just to add a few more vents to get as much air out of this thing as possible. So next, Cody's over here, we're tracing, trying to make a template so we can put this on the hood, and then we'll know where to place it and we'll know what to cut. So this thing is making a mess, and this is going to be a lot of work, but it's definitely one of the things that the car needs, so it will be worth it for sure. So thanks again, Johnny, for this nice hood. He was kind enough to donate his busted up hood to us, but we'll get it fixed up, and it's gonna look nice when it's all, you know, finally wrapped and stuff. So let's cut these holes.
sweets.
All right, we got our marks lined up. So the next step is just to cut this out. Gotta go. I gotta get a respirator because I'm not trying to breathe carbon in. And I guess I'm just gonna cut this with a cutoff wheel. Let's see, Ben, hold it up. Let's see what the underside. Let's kind of see what I'm gonna get into after we cut this out. Flip it, lay it on the front. There you go. Yeah, so. Yeah, it shouldn't be too bad. We'll just probably cut the majority of this section out, and then, you know, probably cut most of this out as well. So, all right, I'm gonna go get my stuff and we'll get set up and start cutting this thing. All right, so we got these vents cut, and let's see, it's stuck in here. Gotta get it. Here. Lift the hood up a little bit. Let me get it out. All right. So we cut the holes for these vents, and they're gonna go in here kind of like this, and then I will glue them in from the underside, and we'll stick them in there like that. And I was kind of worried about this clear, but all these cracks, but we sanded it with what was that, 220? Just kind of sanded it down, and really, I mean, you can't even feel it. So I think I might just send it with some clear and do a couple of coats of clear over it just to fill in these cracks, and then it'll be smooth enough that we can wrap over it. And I don't think we need to put any putty on this, or at least I hope not, because I'm not gonna. All right, now we've got the holes cut and got it cleared. We're gonna go ahead and glue the new vents to the inside in here. So Cody's just prepping up the edges, and we're gonna use this 2-part epoxy. Looks good.
I'll wipe this off. Get
Cool.
the dust off.
Okay. And so this is the clear weld stuff that we're going to use. Which way does it go? We're going to go. This is the wrong side. Is it the wrong side? Yeah, this is the wrong vent. Glue the damn wrong vent in place. So I guess once it's glued, this is going to be interesting. So it'll go like that. We got the vents in there the right way.
Oh, you definitely gotta sand that. 100% gotta sand that.
Gotta sand it. Yeah, definitely. Well, like, yeah, you can see the cracks.
Like the ruin.
I mean, like, you can't really. Oh yeah.
Like the ruin.
Hey man, I laid it on thick.
I know, we smelt it.
Well, I pulled the cap off of it. Didn't even, I smelled it before I even sprayed it, so I knew it was gonna go. I knew it was gonna be bad. So. Yeah, we went on a little thick right here so I can sand some of this clear down. But, yeah, it feels good. Like this, you can't even like, it's definitely a lot better than what it was, that's for sure.
People would be hard pressed to know it was cracked.
Well, hopefully. And, right, and cleared this up over here so the edges aren't all cracked up anymore, so that'll be fine. And this is all right. Cool. So, all right, you want to bolt it to the car?
Do whatever.
Let's go! Wet sand in the clear. Wet sanding. Man, I tell you what, you guys are awesome for helping me today. This is like a dream come true to have my friends working on a car.
On your car for you.
No way, man. This is
yeah.
our project. This is a team project right here.
$1 million
I guess
man.
so. I guess so. You're gonna need some right there. Okay.
Yeah, we're just trying to cut down the clear.
Did you work here, Ben, on this spot? No.
I sanded it a little bit, but I didn't want to go.
Oh.
I didn't want to cut it down too much because, you know, obviously you want the clear to still be in the crack. You know.
Oh yeah.
And look, we're not. I think you guys are. We're all this is going to be covered with vinyl, and it's not going to be super noticeable. I would rather it not crack than. You know, we're not going for like a mirror finish here.
Yeah, we are.
You guys, I think, are going
we're going for it.
a little too hard.
The good part about that is it's on the body line, so even if it does show through the vinyl, you might be able to. You might hide it a little bit.
Well, it's gonna be like gray and black and.
Well, maybe we don't know yet.
The pattern will. They throw a pattern, it'll
Yeah.
help it.
But Project Hood sounds like a terrible name for this project, but
Let's say it back.
Hood Project also sounds terrible, so we won't say that either.
Sure.
But I would say it looks awesome, and it's definitely going to come, you know, definitely not worried about any airflow restrictions or anything. So these things are going to pull air up. Air's going to come out of
That's
here.
fine, bro.
And I took this vent off out of the inside as well,
This feather edge.
so it's going to go straight into the hood. And I don't know, maybe later on we'll take this vent out and we'll mold another vent into it. But so far, this thing looks awesome. Hopefully, it will help on track as well, and we'll get it wrapped up and keep going on this project. So,
Good enough.
Yeah, that'd be good.
yep, looks awesome.
When do we get to tape strings onto it?
Yeah, let's see if you actually get any air coming out of here.
Yeah.
All right, now we'll go testing. All right, that's the end of the video. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, share, do all the things, and we'll have more FK8 content coming soon.